What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Mikey fucking Pipes. Wednesday, December 17th, 2025. Hump Day! Fuck yeah! Oh shit. Imagine pocket dialing someone at 6:14 in the morning. Fuck. Hump Day. Let me get a thumbs up if you love Hump Day. Yesterday, amazing day. Yesterday, I took this 20-gallon Rubbermaid garbage can that I basically stole from Home Depot with the lid and the wheels and the pump. And I duplicated a $3,000 Caleffi hydronic heating system power flushing cart. I duplicated a $3,000 machine for about $1.250. I say $1.250, but chemicals were expensive. But I needed to flush out some clogged up radiant, and the mud that we pushed out of this thing was the aftermath of an abortion. It really was. Disgusting. But we got their radiant heat up and running. And they saved a bunch of money by switching their car insurance to Geico. And then yesterday, as we were in the office, actually in the warehouse, Derek and I, we see a pallet pull up, and there it is. There's the ACIQ Extreme Plus 48,000 BTU side-discharge high-efficiency heat pump inverter with the air handler. And best part is they're both communicating with a special communicating thermostat. It's Wi-Fi. It looks like an Ecobee, and it's cheap. So if you are an HVAC contractor, you offer HVAC services to your clients, stop offering them very, very expensive equipment like from Carrier, the Infinity. Man, I'm not saying I'll never do it again, but I won't. There's no need to. For a fraction of the price, you can deliver a phenomenal HVAC system to your clients with an amazing warranty, 7 years parts, 12-year compressor. Bundle that with an extended warranty of parts and labor or maintenance, whatever you want to do from JB Warranties, and it's a win-win. It's a win-win. I gotta have an espresso. See? I ain't bullshitting you. There's this cart, right? You push the chemical to the zone, the loops, and it comes back. It's a fill and flush cart for $3,000. And I duplicated it for $1.250. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, ladies and gentlemen, behind me is the ACIQ 4-ton heat pump system that we are giving at a steep, a very, very subsidized price. And I really think this is going to be the first service call where it's practically free. You know, we are collecting some from the homeowner client, but nowhere near the price tag that this is normally installed for. What we're also having doing, and part of that reason for the charge that we have to, and we don't have to, that we agreed upon with the homeowner, is that we're having our electrician run the 240 volt circuit. I think it's going to be like 60 amps from the circuit breaker panel all the way to the air handling unit in the attic to power the heat strips. Now, they're going to be used as emergency backup, but for the most part of the time, the heat pump is giving you that 4-to-1 or that 1-to-4 ratio, which means that for basically every dollar of electricity you give, it's giving you $4 worth of comfort. Same rule applies for heat pump water heaters. Every dollar you give it, it's giving you $4 worth of hot water. It's nice. You know, I had a funny dream last night. Right? And it's quite cool, actually. You guys, some of you guys would probably appreciate this. Maybe you won't, who knows? But, you know, you guys are kind of like pansies sometimes. But nonetheless, some, not all. So I had a dream last night, probably because I was thinking about winning that Powerball, you know, before I went to sleep. And dreaming about what I would do if I, spinning. What I would do if I won $1.2 billion. And it's really a considerable amount of money when you think about it. Is it Powerball or is it Mega Millions? I think it's Powerball. Yeah. Drawings tonight. So 1.25 billion. Now, if you, I personally would take the lump sum cash, which will probably leave me with probably a hair under 600 million. And then immediately pay taxes on that, and that would probably leave me with maybe 350 million. And I'll tell you, one of the first things I would not do is just retire instantly, because I gotta stay busy, you know. I like working with my hands, and what I would probably do is that I would probably, and more than likely, you invest that money the right way. Yes, there's going to be some expenses and some spending of that, right? But I don't think no one else would do this, right? I would, because the interest on that money is substantial, all right? And you guys, a lot of you are tuning out already, but just hear me out, right? Because this is cool stuff, right? So the interest on that is quite phenomenal. And what I personally would do is fund Pipe Doctor Home Services with an endowment. And it probably can't be Pipe Doctor Home Services. I would probably fund the Mikey Pipes Philanthropy charitable organization with a massive endowment where, they're gonna, all the expenses will be paid off. Now, I did the numbers, and I know what my company brings in gross revenue a year. So if I could match that or do better than that, right, which is with $350 million at 5% interest, in a muni bond, right, where you're getting basically tax-free interest. Just saying, $350 million, 5% being kind of conservative. Even if I doubled the operating budget and expenses of Pipe Doctor, and now I shut down Pipe Doctor, and now all of the entire team now are employees of Mikey Pipes Philanthropy Charitable Organization, and I fund it with, let's say, $5 million a year, and every single service call is free. That's what I would do. And we would create amazing content, and the phones would be ringing off the fucking hook, right? But I think that would be fucking awesome. That if I would bless an organization with X amount of dollars, right, to fund operations, day after day, month after month, year after year, I think that'd be awesome. Just imagine, right? Doing service calls, doing what I love to do best, and not have to worry about, taking money from them. Or, sometimes, listen, they don't like the price, but very rarely do I hear a no, But imagine, okay, man, we got to replace this lead band that's going to be free. You're like, wait, what? Right? Or, you need a new water heater, and guess what? We're gonna do it this afternoon, and how much is it gonna cost me? I don't know if I can afford it right now. I was like, don't worry about it. Right? I was like, what do you mean don't worry about it? I was like, it's nothing. I was like, I bet you people would throw us out of their homes. I really do, because they think we're bullshitting them. But once it starts to catch on, it would be fucking awesome. And that would make great, amazing fucking content. And I would probably have an amazing fat ass fucking YouTube plaque on my wall instead of that silver one, right? For having 100,000 subscribers. Imagine I had like the ruby one. Fucking tits. Yeah, that would be fucking awesome. And that's a good dream to have and a goal to have. So if I were to come across that kind of money, that's what I would do. Right? And even if I were to like, I don't know, I'm going to say sell my business tomorrow, you know, for whatever, 15, 20, $30 million. Still not enough to, you know, fund operations completely. But I think that's pretty cool. So my dream last night was that I'd learned that I won this lottery, this Powerball, and then I you know, made certain steps. But then they're like, you know, dreams are funny. Like all of a sudden you're in the next place, whatever. And then it wasn't this. It was bigger than this, right? And we had a couple more guys. I think the Craig, the guy who spazzed out here a couple years ago. That was an old employee. I brought him back because I'm an idiot. But Craig was in it, and another old another old employee was here, and we were just talking about, okay, guys, today we're gonna try to fix, you know, like 50 do 50 service calls today, and the goal is that, you know, it's no one throws that outside of the house because they don't believe we're doing it for free. I think that would be fucking awesome. So, wish me luck, and I wish one of you, if you're playing the Powerball, hopefully you win that $1.25 billion in 16 hours and 28 minutes and 14 seconds from now when they have the drawing. Oh, shit. And the cash value is $572.1 million. Tax on that, you're going to probably pay, I'm in New York, it's probably going to pay about 35 to 40% of that. And taxes, that's gone away right away. You know, let's do a little bit of math here. I'm just curious. Nice to have $1 in a dream. So 572. That's 572.1 million. Yeah, and we're gonna minus 40%. And that's gonna equal 343,260,000. Now, if we put that into a, you know, just like a moderately aggressive investment strategy, that will give the winner at 7.5% interest on that full amount. Now, come on, man, just put it in the fucking bank. You're not going to be blowing through millions of dollars a day, right? You could. That leaves you with 25,744,500 a year in interest. Now, per day, I would have a difficult time spending this. $70,532.88 of daily interest. After tax, of course. Just saying. So just imagine how many people we could serve with an endowment of, you know, a few million a year. That'd be awesome. That'd be really awesome. And that'd be fucking awesome. The free plumber. People think I'm fucking nuts, and I am. But that's exactly what I would do. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Happy Hump Day. And for all those who are playing, may you be blessed if God thinks you can handle it. Be well. God bless. Stay safe.